Oh, hi there. As a lot of you know, the Arena Cube is on Arena right now. I've never had a lot of good experiences. I mean, it's been fun, but I've never really won a whole heck of a lot. Sometimes I get lucky, and most of the times I just flail because I don't understand the complexities of extended magic. That's why I'm a good beginner trainer. Anyway, I read into the current iteration of the cube and picked up a few pointers and I tried to apply it to this cube. I wasn't expecting to do too great, but so far it's been going really well. Right now I'm sitting at 3-0, so kind of want to go over my thought process of my picks using 17 lands. Great website, great tool. Um, so yeah, when I got into it, so cube, when it comes to cube, I'm more of a mid-range slash control kind of player. So typically green is where I usually end up being. Out of this pack, I mean, there's Nissa, there's Sutina, which is good, but kind of situational. I mean, not really, but it's not where I want to be first pick. Uh, Oddly enough, the pick I did go with was Questing Beast, mostly out of nostalgia, but also because um, it has some aggression to it. So with that, next pick, I went with the Mutable Pupa. I felt like that was a pretty good aggressive pick, following up the Questing Beast. Turn 1 through 3, play the pupa, and then the first chance to get cast the questing beast, they give the pupa a power up and 3 abilities. Seemed pretty good. Other stuff in here, lands. So let's talk about the lands real quick. This cube, I did not realize that the shocks and the fetches are in multiples, which is highly unusual for any kind of cube. So that tells me that they were really trying to push people to have some just basically draft however they want without worrying about their mana base, because the mana bases are going to be there for anybody that needs it. Yeah, Pupa. Everything else was pretty expensive, and there wasn't any other color that I was interested in picking up right away. Next pick, Vorinclex. It searches for lands, can transform. Uh, Basically, just sticking with the green stuff for now. There were a lot of lands here, so I didn't really want to prioritize those super high. Mainly because green can kind of manage that on its own. And honestly, I wasn't super familiar with a lot of these other cards, so I just picked up stuff that I knew. Here, I went with, I mean, the one blue or green card here was the Chariot, which is great, but not really where I wanted to be. I mean, if I had picked up more like token stuff, or if I knew I could pick up more token stuff, then I would have done that. But I went with blue, the blue card, just because blue green is my favorite color combination. Next pick, Vidilian Click. Really good card. Uh, Felt that that gave me a lot of control options, like a lot of removal without actual like straight up removal. Everything else here is pretty expensive. There's another blue green card that I would have liked, but whatever. I mean, I say would have 6 mana for a creature without any way to like really ramp it. It's really tough in this format. Nantuku, that was kind of a filler pick. There wasn't too much here that I wanted anyway. I guess there could have been a case for this Hauntwoods. Meh. Uh, Subterranean Schooner versus Fresh Start. This is kind of a blank for me. I still wasn't really. None of these really went with a whole lot of green strategies. I guess the Tassiger could have done that, but again, 6 drop. I didn't want to do that. Picked the Menagerie Curator, which is great. A lot of times in Cube or any kind of draft, really, specifically Cube, this ability is very relevant. Where all your creatures are just kind of a mishmash of stuff. So it's very common to get the extra draw off of that. curiosity once upon a time, but yeah, no, I wanted the curator since I was going pretty heavy into green. There's a chance I could have gone mono green. Satina Wield, so I went and pick that out of the as the only green card really. Koga Ape versus Koga the Titanate versus the Worm. There would have been a case for breeding pool. Either one of those are good. Repulse is a bounce card. Mockingbird is a clone, basically. But I typically really like Kogla as the enchantment for the enchantment artifact removal because in Cube that's really relevant. Ureni, that wield, I figured, you know what, splashing bread for it would be good. I wasn't sure if I was going to be running blue, but that seemed very good. That pretty much solidified me into the landfall between that and Satina. Like, okay, so I'm mostly green, splash X, a landfall ramp. And the last few picks out of this pack were mostly blank, except for the Titan of Industry. That's actually again artifact enchantment removal. The Critter Hoof wheeling was huge deal. So Critter Hoof, that's a kill shot when you're going wide. Wide as in you have like a whole bunch of 1/1s, 2/2s, whatever the case may be. But right now, as you know, by the end of pack one, I'm just going big. I'm not going wide. So this may or may not make the cut. Den of the Bugbear, it's a red card, or it's a red land for the splash. Oh yeah, I put it in the side deck because I wasn't quite sure. All right, pack two. I pick here Lenore Elves. Going green, you want your mana. Get the elves. That's an easy first pick. Like I didn't even look at anything else in the pack, honestly. Nissa was kind of worth noticing, but not getting first pick. Second pick, I decided, you know what, things are shaping up. There's not too much. I guess there's the Sentinel. Thragtusk is expensive, but it's there. But the Willow Foothills that lets me fetch for a red. It's my main color. That's the pick. Gold Vein Hydra, mostly with the Pupa in mind, for the same reason as Questing Beast came to mind. Else? Stomping Ground, that red fetch to get. Blah, blah. Yeah, here the packs are a little more obvious since I know. Okay, so I'm going landfall ramp. The Moose as a landfall card. Great Hinge is ramp, life gain, card draw, super great in any kind of like predominantly green deck. Really good. Also, case for Words of Paradise, but Great Hinge is clearly better because it's harder to remove the Great Hinge than it is to remove the Words of Paradise. Next pick, Ambassador of Evendo. So this is one of the cards I wanted to build around in Edge of Eternity's Alchemy draft, and I did once, and I felt like it didn't get a good chance to shine. But with the Wooded Foothills, and what I didn't know is that there are so many fetches in this format. Ambassador of Evendo comes so good, so good in Arena Cube. But anyway, that was the pick. I thought about Goose, but I avoided that for the same reason I avoided the birds. Elder Gargaroth, very good, but very expensive. My top end was pretty good as it is. I didn't want to side grade anything. If I was going to take another top end card, it would have been a straight up replacement because it was better. Nexus of Becoming. I don't think I had a good reason for picking that. Well, there was really nothing else in this pack that I wanted. Godless Shrine was not going to make the deck. Natuka Slicer, I didn't have black, so it was like, meh, maybe. I mean, I probably should have picked that, but I got. I think this may have been. It didn't even make the deck, so it doesn't really matter. Fairy Mastermind on the wheel. This is the pack that we opened. Nothing else in here worth mentioning. At this point, red was a splash, so this Dracosaur is not on my radar, and nothing else really came close. So Thragtusk, really the only green card. I guess there's a a world where I should have taken the Proving Ground or the Underground Mortuary. Well, no, because I wasn't black. Bloodbraid is worth mentioning, but I ended up going for the Fraggy Boy. Tinook, with all the landfalls, I was like, okay, this is the card. Uh, Aradamessa could have been picked. The flagship also could have been picked, but I felt like the advantage from the Tunic could have been much better for my deck. Soul Shredder, colorless. It wasn't double red. That was the pick. Bomat Courier. I don't like Plasma Bolt. The fact that it's a sorcery and not an instant card is a problem for me. So I just picked the colorless uh, card that I could do stuff. It didn't make the deck, but whatever. Wingbane Rantosaur. That's in. Well, I mean, that was the pick. That was the only green card. And last pick. Next pick, Bristly Bill. So the two cards in this pack that I guess three technically. Zagoth Triumph for the land to fetch, Primetime, and Bristly Bill. Both of these cards are great. I ended up going for the cheaper card because it was cheaper. 2 mana as opposed to 6. And if the Primetime wheeled, that would have secured it for me. But I feel like the Primetime had a better chance of wheeling just because it was more expensive. So go for the build and pray. Green Sun Zenith, exactly what I wanted. Like that's like the best, one of the best tutors I could have gotten for this deck. It lets me get any of my 1 drops. Well, not any. I don't want to get with the Hydra with it, but gives me elves, gives me Pupa, gets any of my setup creature cards. Um, it gets me a lot of my big plays. So Green Sun, I was very happy to see Green Sun Zenith. Utopia Sprawl for the ramp. Uh, there's a also Pluto Delta, which is not running too much blue. It could have been fine, but if I drew all my blue sources before my Delta, then it would have been bad. Ice Till Explorer, I very much debated between Ice Till and Utopia Sprawl, but I went ahead and went with the card that didn't randomly mill my deck because I had no ways to get non-lands out of the graveyard if they milled with Ice Till. Scythe Cat Club, cheap creature, landfall trigger. That was the play. Could have gotten another Wooded Foothills. I was like, you know what? Let's just get the creature. And I was rewarded with a fetch on the follow up, and there was a fetch that was in both my colors. So I was like, yeah, sweet. Also, there's a Timeless Witness, but whatever. All right, what was the other one? Scrap Shooter? I don't think. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Scalding Tarn, another fetch land. That's for both my splashes. So I was like, yep, that's the play. Not too much in here that I was pining for. Jetmir's Garden, red Greenland. It's fetchable with literally every one of my fetches. So that was the play. Ketria Triumph had literally all my colors. So yes, including my potential colors with red. Ignoble Hierarch is worth mentioning, but the consistency is the key. And Primetime Wield, that was a slam pick for me. Spirited Simulacrum helps with the lands, helps with getting all my other downland cards. Good card, good pickup on the wheel. Kite Sail Larcenist. I had been looking at this on the first run. I was like, maybe if it wheels, great, and it wheeled. It's basically removal on a stick. I forget there was. Oh yeah, it was Vraska Corrupted from the planeswalker, the black planeswalker that turns a creature into a treasure. That's basically what this guy does. Another fetch. And the last three are just filler mostly. I think I ended up running the Tome Gadwick only because conjured a lot of draw cards. And there's Territorial Kabu. All right. And that gets me, after deck building, I ended up with this, the Sprawl, Gabbic. Pretty self-explanatory. 2 red cards in Tanuk and Ureni. End up running the Den. Triple fetch, double triumph, 1 shock. And yeah, that's what I've been running. All right. Here's our deck. As you can see, we have 3 wins, 0 losses. That's rare for me in Arena Cube. So let's see if we can keep this up. All right. Beauty Popper. Okay. 1 drop. Oh, this is actually not super great. I don't think it's worth mulling though. An aggressive deck, so I have to trade here. You know what? I'm going to go get one of my cards right. I control them. As you can tell, that was my first time playing that card in this draft. Oh boy, that could be problematic. Gotta hold back everything else I can. What do I have to answer an indestructible creature? Kites. Okay. I'm at what? No, again. Green Sun Zenith. Got Vulcan Hydra. Rennie. The keys. Next turn I can Green Sun for. Just play it. Shit. Green Sun for 2. Give me that. Green Sun for 2. Maybe instead of that, turn I can play land, moving for 3. I don't need to play the jet. I'm not going to attack because it's not worth attacking. I'm keeping my blocks up. That's going to
Get ready to meet my flames.
But it's also going to...
Glad I can help with your not being on fire problem.
Oh, he minused it. Okay. It sucks. That's alright. Hope I can get some force. Oh no! The trigger's gonna hit the forests. Din and for the hit. There are 2 triggers, right? Punished. I guess it doesn't matter if he doesn't have an answer, or he has to pay flames. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. I get it. -3 on Chandra.
Bye-bye!
die this turn? Probably not. I just flooded out.
No pressure.
Yep, pretty sure I lose. Oh. That is. Good chance. Fills. Only goes first. What if I draw first? Not forced. It's just fun. To look. Three more fetches. Block the pad of life points. I'm gonna say goodbye to Tanuk. I guess I can go. Back. Catch your triumph. Turn, I'll play the triumph. Take a Fairy Mastermind. Turn 6, I can go prime time. Boring things. Can't attack for the Elish Norn, so. Abomination is this? Enters targeted. Says attack card library. Card at random for the graveyard. And card at random. Best. As long as Elish Norn isn't playing with my creatures. That's great. Yep, not looking too good here, for sure. There's a Arena queue for you. There's my standard. Oh, there we go. Arena cube. It's fun. It's good. Way to troll me, Arena. I appreciate that. Well, until next time.